Hello and welcome to the first installment of the 4 chapters. Chapter 1, Fire. We're here at the beautiful Camp Tecumseh Disc Golf Course for a 2-round C-Tier tournament. I'm Chris DeMarco with Lefty McGovern and Dan Schifrin.
That's right, it's 55 degrees, it's sunny, and conditions are perfect for scoring on the beautiful Camp Tecumseh course. It's going to be awesome to watch these players attack. The front 9 is pretty wooded, and the back 9 is big open bomber shots, so it's going to be a lot of variety out there.
That's right, Dan. Every stop on the 4-chapter circuit embodies a different element. We're here at Camp Tecumseh with wooded shots, air shots, very reminiscent of fire, which requires both earth and air. Lefty, tell us about that feature card today.
Yeah, so we got Austin Barron up first. He took down a PDGA major earlier this year. We also have Dylan Cook, who's competed with us in the past. We have James Kalinski, who's a 963 rated excellent golfer in this field. We also have Ron Gardner, a Camp Tecumseh local.
Hole 1, par 3, 229 feet. Straight shot, left hook up at the end. Elevated green. This one's going to require a putt. We got Austin Barron leading off our feature card here today at Chapter 1. As Lefty mentioned, he just took down his first PDGA major at the Winter Whack-Around.
Yeah, that was over at Alaire Woods, so we know that Austin can carve up the woods, so it's going to be interesting to see what he does on this front 9.
Dylan Cook out here today earned this spot on feature card by getting first place at the Battle of Greystone Woods. He's won 100% of his Valley Forge events.
I don't think anyone can say that, right? I mean,
I don't think so.
It's a pretty flawless record.
Up third, we got James Kalinski, New Jersey disc golfer. Fantastic guy, absolute legend around here.
James Kalinski, I've been playing since around 2016, but I picked up my first discs in 2006 when I found Ultimate. For me, as an athlete and a competitor, disc golf certainly fits my physique better, but Ultimate's my first and true love. I'm still refereeing for the AUDL. Yeah, well, you can't miss it because it's bright green and there's not too many green bands out there. I didn't choose the color, that's how it came. I bought it used, but it was a COVID project, just like a little weekender. Not my first time on film, but it'll be my first time that the film actually gets aired. Going into the round today, I'm super nervous.
wow, James Kalinski, what a guy. I don't think that there's anybody in this field of 72 today that wouldn't want to be out there on his card.
I don't know if I believe that he's nervous. He's a shooter. We got Ron Gardner on the card. Ron's really gotten a lot better over the years. He's a Camp Tecumseh local. I couldn't believe when I saw his rating. He's like 930 something, playing really good disc golf lately.
930 on the dot, actually.
And he pipes that one up there and goes a bit long. How's it look at the 2 coming back?
Yeah, it used to be
Austin Barron from range here.
Ooh, loses his balance a bit there, but keeps his composure.
Dylan Cook on the green. Very aggressive putter Dylan is. Looked like his foot got caught up a little bit there. And we got James Kalinski from inside a bush.
Yeah, everyone's finding their birdie putts in a bit of obstructed footing here.
Yeah, I love this hole. It really challenges you. First one starting out, fantastic starting hole. It really challenges you to hit a long putt. It's so hard to get comfortable on this green. We saw Ron skip by.
That was really 4 great runs for birdie.
And Austin cleans up his par there. Well done.
Yeah, Austin loves a comebacker. He feasts on those all day.
Yeah, we saw that a bunch at the Alaire Woods.
Here at the 4 chapters, I could not be more excited. Just pars across the board. Hole 2, par 3, 317 feet. Very challenging tunnel shot, a bit of a low ceiling as you get towards the green. This water is playing casual today, and the right to left hookup at the end is the most favorable shot. It's very hard to get in on that green from the left side, so most players are probably going to be going with a flip up backhand. You kind of got to get sneaky towards the end of this one.
Yeah, pretty much anything that'll flip up and ride for you. You can kind of just drive it into the hill as the green is a bit slanted towards the tee. And the disc should just skip right up there. Dylan Cook, a little too high. Didn't really get enough on that either. I'm excited to watch James play today. I haven't seen much disc golf from him.
Yeah, really compact form, really technical player, tons of power, confident putt. He plays a variety of courses, so he's got a great scramble game. Kind of got robbed on that one. This is such a tough hole to get near the basket.
Yeah, it's a tough green to access. There's so many of those skinny trees there. As we see, Ron turns his over, but makes it over the casual water there.
As we head down the fairway of hole 2 here, let's take a look at the field for the day here at the 4 chapters.
Yeah, we have Zach Tassone leading us off at the number 1 spot, 971 rated golfer. James Kalinski at 963 and Connor Henderson at 960. Now, Connor Henderson actually has 0 wins, but let's see if he can take one down here today. We have Scott DeMarco as well as Michael Scardino, some familiar names to round out the top 10.
Love that.
That's a great way to work out of some trouble there from Dylan Cook. His footing wasn't favorable and he had that tree in his way, but he got right up into circle 1.
Austin showing us some of his craftiness in the woods here, getting down on a knee, chopping over a forehand. It seems like he's parked.
Beautiful little Anheuser angle from Austin. Again, it is kind of a low ceiling getting into this green, but he was able to kind of get over and under some trees there. Long run from Ron. Let's see if he can get that too. Camp Tecumseh showing her beauty on the green right now.
Rolling hills and babbling brooks.
Yes.
It really was one of the best days weather-wise that we've had filming in a long time.
We have had the worst luck hosting and filming events. It's been brutal. Battle of the Greystone Woods was an absolute hailstorm.
Austin here to clean up his par.
Tough break for Austin. He had it pro side. He's kind of got a little bit of a downhill nose angle to his putt. Usually works out for him, but that one's a bit wide.
Dylan Pro wobbles it in there for his par.
Yeah, a bit of a slow start. We've seen some really rough rounds on camera before. So, you know, getting started with mostly pars I think is good here. It is tough to kind of get the momentum going. Of course, we're only 2 holes in. Par 3, 273 feet. Hole 3 is. The more I've played this course, the more I've seen people actually successfully get to this green. It is very narrow off the front, but if you can just kind of get a clean sidearm up the gut, a little bit of height to help stall it out works as well.
Now, Chris, you've won an event here. Would you say that this is the hardest gap in New Jersey, as others may say?
I mean, for me, I'm getting a par here if I can. I don't think I've ever gotten a 2 on this hole, but I don't know. Those sidearm dominant players just feast on this hole.
Not to be understated, though, that gap right off the tee is an arm widths, those trees are an arm widths apart, and Dylan just hyzer flip turns over right into circle 1 there, and James kind of finds a little trouble in the trees.
Ron loads up a nice sidearm. Beautiful shot. Kind of goes a little bit inside there, but he's got an easy look for the 2.
Yeah, this hole's not that easy. Not as easy as Ron just made it seem. It really is just kind of a standard hyzer forehand if you can thread the needle through there.
Austin Barron.
Yikes.
Austin displaying a bit more relatable result on the hole.
Yeah.
And he's in trouble here, really far off. You've still got a good bit of distance to get through there. He kind of tried to take the inside line. I'm not sure where that one ended up.
James here from a patent pending. Displaying some of his frisbee skills there. That was a really nice touch.
Floats one in there. Gorgeous. Austin kind of just taking 2 little chip shots up to the green. Unfortunate little bit of ground play there, but he should be able to clean that one up. Dylan from distance here for a look at the 2.
Oh, I really wanted him to make that. That drive was beautiful.
I think his foot hit the cart there. He hit a stick on 1, cart on 3.
Needs to check those feet. Ron here for birdie.
Just low.
A little bit of the yips on the green for our card thus far. Yet to see a good, nice pop out of the hand.
Yeah, you know, tournament day. Tournament day is already difficult enough. You add in a pound bag as a trophy. You add in the coverage. It's not easy out there. In general, though, the first several holes on this course are some of the more challenging. This is a course where you really can kind of ramp up throughout the round. Super excited about this tee shot here. Hole 4, par 4, 656 feet. We've got a safari hole going from hole 4 tee to the 5 blue basket. Beautiful right to left tunnel shot off of the tee. This is your ideal landing zone on a good crush. Gives you about 250 left to the basket, but we'll see if our players can make it 400 feet through the woods today.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of this new pin placement. They kind of moved the pin slightly back and across that pond, or excuse me, that river there. And it really challenges the players to access that green and, you know, get themselves a putt.
Beautiful hyzer flip up from Dylan. Really nice angle control, using a little bit of that nose up angle to stall the disc out and get it to push further left. He found himself right in the middle of the fairway. Curious to see how much he has left. And shout out to John Copeland on the course design. Beautiful course, Dan. You mentioned the new pin positions. We got some new tees in. This is a course that doesn't really need it. I think the regular 18 is so good here, but it's always fun to be able to try funky new stuff like this.
Yeah, and it's wonderful to see them, you know, striving to get better, even though this course is already pretty great.
Ron's really got a nice fit today, I just realized. The black, white, and gold. Digging that.
What a kiss.
Ooh, gets a little...
A double doink.
Yeah.
Double doinker.
Got the kiss and then the slap.
What do you say now?
Talk about fits. Austin Barron always comes in his Sunday best.
Yes, always rocking that P. McBee vibe, and he just likes to absolutely crank them off the fairway. He's got a great scramble game, so we can get away with it. But that one kind of drifted a little far right. James tries to go inside here. Our catch cam Tim is on the more open part of the fairway. There is an inside line that James was going for, but tough to pull that one off.
Yeah, that was awfully ambitious, trying to get to the green there from that position. Ron sends up a forehand. A bit too high there. Gets caught up in the cabbage.
Cabbage. Austin Barron. He's got a chance to get to the green from here. Not with that height, but might be able to save a 5.
Rough start from Austin, but he's definitely a resilient player. He'll be able to get out of it.
Yeah, you hate to go 3 down through the first 4. That's tough. I mean, again, this course does play more challenging in the front. We've got a lot of golf left, which I'm so excited for, by the way. So many beautiful holes we've got today. Got a couple of fun little games in between rounds. We're going to be giving away some Axiom baskets today. Relatively straightforward upshot for Ron here. Let's see if he can pull this one off.
Sends it soaring over the basket there. Should have a good look for his 4.
It's like he knew that log was there.
Beautiful shot.
It's almost like he's played here before.
Dropping darts on the green. Let's see if James can knock this one in. Get some confidence going for the card. That's not him. That's high. Not far right enough.
The want was there, but the execution was lacking. Oh, Dylan just off left there.
I think Dylan's hit apparatus for all of his birdie putts now.
Yeah, no, he's such a hunter on the green. You'd love to see it. I'm excited to see what he golfs like not with a 4 or 5 stroke lead, because that's the only time I've seen him at PGW. He had a massive lead. Nice putt from Ron there.
Yeah, great putt. I gotta wonder, you know, I haven't seen the watermelon bag from Dylan yet. Maybe that's impeding him a little bit, not having that bag, you know.
He doesn't have it today?
I haven't seen it yet, you know, so.
Wow.
Oh, he's rocking the cart today.
Oh, he's rocking a cart.
Wow. Game changer.
That is fascinating. He had the watermelon bag and the umbrella combo and a disc.
Yeah, one could say that the swag kind of knocks a couple strokes off, but, you know.
I didn't know he was facing that level of adversity out there today. Hole 5, par 3, 234. 2 options on this tee shot. I mean, really, there's kind of a million options on this tee shot. The end of the green does play quite a bit uphill, so you want to get something up nice and high. We're going to see some flexes, some highs or flip-ups. Fun hole.
Circle 1 for Dylan Cook. Ron going with the flex forehand play.
Played it a little
And it does play.
That is beautiful. From Ron Gardner.
It looks like exactly what he wanted to do. It's a little long, but he should be all right.
He's been knocking him in from that range today, that 25-foot range.
Yeah.
Austin Barron.
Looking determined.
Yes. Austin's a real treat on the course. One of my favorite players to watch, play with, film, edit. Just a real showman of a disc golfer.
Yeah, he elected for the hyzer forehand route there, but just a little too inside.
Love that he took it. Really seeing how many options there are on this hole. That's just beautiful. What a nice flourish James has to his
Yeah, great form at the end there. Oh, wow.
Love that look. What was that?
Just low from Ron.
I absolutely love that angle control from Austin Barron there. He was able to give that so much power. As James misses a bit wide, so much power and kind of just let that one drop in. Such a safe way to get a nice bid on the basket.
I love the way Austin gives those kind of safe runs. They always seem like they have a great chance to go in, but never more than 5 to 10 feet away from the basket.
Dylan Cook gets that first birdie too. I expect him to start rolling hot here. He's been really close to the basket all day. Hit apparatus multiple times, as you mentioned, lefty. He's a great putter. Hole 6, par 5, 755 feet. Absolute beauty. My favorite hole in New Jersey. Trying to get through those trees off the tee, get to the landing zone out in the middle. And then your second shot is one where you can really attack if you play clean off of the tee. There is a chance to get a look for eagle here, but as you can see, both sides of the green are very crowded. Dylan Cook. This is a little bit high. It may drift too far left.
Oh, he's found the perfect spot there. That's going to be a great position for his second shot.
That was an absolute dime. Ronnie G.
That's the height you're looking for. That's the shape you're looking for. That's the position you're looking for. Great shot from Ron.
Did Ron just throw a full S-flight shot through the woods? What on earth was that? Austin Barron taking a massive run up again. Love to see that.
Again, Austin finds himself in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of too much aggression from him today. But, you know, that's just kind of how he plays. Even when he's playing well at technical tight courses like Allaire, he's super aggressive.
Yeah, live by the sword, die by the sword.
James Kalinski's got a ton of distance. Let's see what he can do here in this tight wooded hallway. A little bit more turn would have been ideal, but he's still in a great spot there. Seems to be okay with it.
Austin's got some work to do here.
Another double doinker, lefty.
Yeah, you don't see that every day.
That was a double doinker. Really quick rip from Austin on this third shot. Gets some nice distance. He still has a chance to save his 5. That's the thing about this hole. It is somewhat gracious.
Good play.
Another thing about this hole is that the further into the fairway you get and closer to the basket you get, the less airspace you get. So you got to get creative in the latter half of this hole.
James gets about 200, 250 feet of distance before hitting a tree there. But a great shot.
Let's see what Ron can do after his, I'd say, perfect drive.
Yeah, that's an incredible spot to be. There's kind of a light mound, right? Oh, Lord.
He split everything.
Lord.
That was pretty.
He missed everything, and the crowd loves it. And by the crowd, I mean his competition.
Ron's got his girl caddying with him here today as well. You love to see that. Oh, my Lord. How's he getting that much late turn with that high speed of a disc?
Yeah, he must know his discs well, showing us the local routes.
Gorgeous shot. And he's got to look for the 3. AB. Nice little love shot there. Gets him to about 30.
I believe that's a look for his par.
James teasing Ron about laying up his 4. Love it. Also, shout out Disc Golf Ledger. James rocking the Disc Golf Ledger gear. You love to see that.
Dylan Cook from deep.
Lefty, you think he's hitting apparatus here?
Yep. And nope.
Almost.
How aggressive he is. It kind of looked like he laid up, but maybe he just didn't get enough.
I mean, that was like so deep. He had to kind of give it that Annie angle. I think he usually kind of likes to put him in on hyzer. Tough putt. Austin Barron for 5. Can't find that stroke today.
Yeah, it seems like his problem today has been kind of putting a little too much on the putt. He's almost putting a little Anheuser on it and missing a little right every time.
For eagle. And he knew it out of the hand.
At least he'll have a tap in 4.
Yeah, a great hole nonetheless from Ron. You can't be upset with
A
that.
tap-in birdie on one of the longer holes you're going to see.
As the players clean up, we want to take a moment to thank our sponsor, Axiom Discs, for sponsoring the event. Yeah, shout out to Axiom. We did a Ring of Fire here at Chapter 1 Fire. Had to do it. We gave away an Axiom basket for that. We also did a CTP on hole 10. And shout out to our boy Shane Sassone for taking it down.
Yeah, huge congratulations to Shane, the Tundra's very own. Great putter and great human being.
Yeah. Lefty, let's talk about the scores after 6 holes.
So through 6, we have Connor Henderson leading the way with a -5, followed by a three-way tie for second at -4 with Corey Snyder, Gabe Galveo, and Tyler McKinnon.
Camp Gaw representation in there. I love to see that. We got some shooters out here today. Hole 7, par 3, 464 feet. Bomb left to right shot. That tree inside will come into play if you try to cheat this one. And we are playing the blue pin here today. Very, very crowded green, and you got to get over 400 to get there.
Yeah, seeing as how we don't have any lefties on the card, and I don't see anyone on this card having a 450-foot forehand, I'm assuming these players are going to be playing for their threes and just moving on.
Shout out again to John Copeland of Camp Tecumseh. Moved out the short position for us. I don't know if you noticed that, Dan. He got rid of the yellow for us. You love to see that.
That's awesome.
Dylan Cook finds himself in a tricky situation as he broke off to the left pretty hard there at the end.
Yeah, you got a good bit of distance. I think Tim was having trouble tracking this one. This is a tough hole. Ron gets himself to about the mouth. I expect most drives to end up there. James going sidewinder here.
Does it have enough height?
Look at that. Really ideal shape to that. I do think a little more height would have helped it flex out.
Yeah.
Making it to the tree line is definitely where you'd like to be at, because getting it through there is not an easy task.
Austin.
Austin going full blast.
Mash.
Gets up into the tree line. Could possibly have a look.
Yeah, I get the sense Austin just kind of feels like he's been battling back from the start.
Yeah.
You know, especially because on hole 2, he did kind of have a decent drive that ended up getting kicked off to the left. That's a very difficult green to access for such an early on hole. Should have an easy time getting a 3 on this one.
Little Anheuser bid here from Ron. Let's see what he can do here. Good height, just a little too much angle on that. He'll tap into 3.
Again, like many holes before, some rough footing here for Dylan Cook and the rest of the guys. Money.
Absolutely hearted from Dylan Cook. Sensational shot to go 2 under through 7. Wow.
That will definitely give you the confidence going forward. And Dylan even said to me before he threw it that he was going to make it, and I agreed. The kid has been hungry all round.
Look
He
at that
deserved
putt. And I love the way he ran it down.
Look at that reaction.
Without a doubt.
Swifty little disc grab too.
Yeah, and smashes the
Look at
stick
that
in his
heart.
step.
I'd love to see that get the card some confidence here. We got a couple birdies.
Online over there, man. Make it hard for the cameraman. Doing good, Tim?
James talking about making it hard for the cameraman with his quick putt. He did fluster us a bit here. I figured I'd leave it in, and good job to James.
Nice tap in there for Austin to save his par. Three over through 7 is not typical for AB's usual level of play.
AB's prowess.
Yes.
His disc golf prowess.
But there's a lot of scoring to be had in the back 9.
Hole 8, par 4, 556 feet. Left of this bush is your ideal landing zone. If you can get one out about 400 feet downhill, that should give you a nice blind hyzer upshot, though it does feel really natural if you get a good drive. So even though you can't really see the basket, this one's mostly about a good positioned drive, well-positioned drive.
And for those of you out there who are new to the sport, just, a simple 400-foot drive is not something you will see every day. These guys are absolute monsters.
Gardner.
You couldn't hold it in. As Ron goes a little bit further out wide than he would have liked.
Gets a favorable roll down the hill, though.
James is always just chatting up the card. I feel like we've said it several times already. Fantastic guy to play disc golf with. He likes to pretend that his heart is with the sport of ultimate, but I don't buy it.
Smushville.
US of A. Why do we always lose our marbles on this hole? Beautiful smash from James Kalinski here. Gets himself to perfect position.
Look at that slow drift over to the right, just gliding, just skips past that bush there for the perfect position.
That's gorgeous.
He's gonna like that.
Ron says that's pretty good.
I think Austin's gonna be looking to unload one here. Maybe let off a little bit of frustration from the past holes.
Understandably so. He's had a rough go out there. He's chained out a couple times. Hit a couple unsavory trees. That one's a bit too straight. Curious to see what kind of play he'll have from there.
Yeah.
Gardner.
I think he might have taken that shot before. Austin Barron. He actually may have an approach to the green here. I like the big hyzer decision, but I think that one was just a bit too inside for him. Maybe a longer disc would have been a little bit better there as well. I really like the way that this hole plays, forcing players to kind of go for this little blind chip shot. You don't see that often.
Yeah, I love the approach shot on this hole. This is almost too easy for James. Puts it up.
The flourish and the placement.
Almost drops it in.
The kid's got it all.
Austin actually has a look here. Look for birdie from Austin.
Just wide.
Showing a bit of frustration there, understandably so.
Nice putt from Dylan. Talking about making things look easy, Lefty. That is the epitome of the range that these players make look easy, that 18-foot range. If you're not practicing golf, it's very hard to be consistent from that range.
Just didn't quite get the pop he needed.
Curse to the commentator.
Uncharacteristic from Ron. It did seem like he rushed it there a bit, though. Reached down to pick up his disc before it finished out.
When you know, you know.
A little Michael Johansson action there. Yeah. Players are tapping out here on hole 8. Really nice round from Dylan Cook so far. James and Ron within striking distance. Hole 9, par 3, 317 feet downhill. You need to cross this path to be inbounds here. But there is a relatively low ceiling on this hole. You'll see a couple players go with some high hyzers, some interesting stuff. But I think keeping it low out to the right is the play here, as Dylan does just that.
And there is a canoe.
Yes, there is a canoe.
Yeah, these course designers knew what they were doing, putting that canoe on the right side. Like Chris said, that ceiling is kind of tempting players to throw a little lower than they'd like, and that canoe can come up real quick.
Shout out to all of our hole sponsors. Bill Hove sponsoring hole 9 here. Absolutely love Bill Hove. Fantastic guy. Hit an eagle on this channel.
Hole 11, Greystone.
You can't forget that. An eagle on that hole in the pouring rain and sleet.
And his smile afterwards. Just legend.
Inspiring. Let's see if it can inspire Ron Gardner to get a 2 here.
Unlucky.
Perfect shape to that. Just kind of caught that one wiry little branch on the outside there. Austin, very likely to go with a low driven shot here. He's got that low release on point.
He goes high.
There's
right.
that.
Do you need anything? Water?
Should be fine to scramble for a 3 from there. I think he gave Tim a scare. He may even have a look for a long 2.
What is that, a Maverick? No, it's
Now, Dan, you've played a lot of courses. Do you think that there are very many other greens out there that are this protected?
It's only a few I can think of off the top of my head. These really large mature trees offer a really large challenge for these players, and myself included.
Yo, shout out Austin. He's got the 4 chapters disc in his bag today. I think he threw it off the tee there. That you love to see that.
Absolutely represented. James from outside the circle.
I respect any player that can just pull up to a tournament and bag a disc. Just wide from James. He can't quite find the stroke today. But sitting at -1 after 9 holes, perfectly fine score. Heat up on the back 9. He's got a lot of distance.
Absolutely, and he hasn't missed anything low. You know, he's giving them a chance.
Definitely true. We got a lot more open holes coming up on the second half of round 1. And by Valley Forge standards, it's a beautiful day here at Camp Tecumseh.
Ideal.
We bring horrible weather everywhere we go. Yeah. Valley Forge Disc Golf League has been raining like at least half of the games, I think.
More than that.
So Dylan Cook sitting at -4 here. Decent start for our card here on the front 9 of the 4 chapters. Chapter 1, Fire. Lefty, tell us about the leaderboard here after 9 holes.
Yeah, our feature card has been playing really well, but it's actually a couple guys scattered around the course that are playing the hot rounds. We have Connor Henderson, neg 8 through 9. We have Corey Schneider at neg 7, while Zach Tassone is sitting at neg 5. You should definitely look forward to seeing those guys possibly on the lead card.
Wow, neg 8 for Connor Henderson right now after 9?
Yes, sir, Bob.
Hot
8
shooting.
down through 9. That is absolutely scorching hot.
Scorching.
How? Yeah, this kid. Yeah.
9 holes in the books. We will see you on the back 9. Players are competing for a pound bag, 1 of 1. We're going to see some more action coming up.